Hi guys, good to have you all back. I have Gubther on my desk today. I am not doing anything with Gubther today, but it is going to be related to this journal. Let me tell you what happened. For the last couple of days, I've been getting some comments with sad faces and confused faces and annoyed faces because some of you want to craft along with me, and I love that. I really love that idea, but the file folder that I used apparently is not a very common one. So most of you can't find the file folder. It's actually called, I did some research. Oops, I'm sorry. It's called a 3-flap folder. A 3-flap folder. Now they're not very common. I do admit. The problem is I have a lot of those different ones. But I'm going to show you a way to use to make the cover with another sort of file folder, scrapbook paper, or just normal craft paper. Yes, let me quickly show you the supplies that I'm using for today's project. And mind you, this is going to be a very informative tutorial how-to video, not a very cute and nice one with lots of decorating. We're not going to do any decorating. This is just going to be serious stuff with measuring. Let me show you. Let's start with the tools. I'm going to use my corner rounder, not necessary at all. I'm going to use a knife and a ruler and my paper trimmer, scissors. I'm going to use a pencil or a pen and a scoreboard. Yeah. Now let me quickly show you the sort of file folders that I have and the file folder that I'm using for today. I'm using this very simple one. Just one, where you put your paper in, a manila folder. Yeah, this one. The measurements I'm going to give you throughout this whole process. Now let me show you the other file folders that I have. This is a very tall one. Again, this is a 3-flap folder. Yes. Now I found these, another 3-flap folder. This is a beautiful gray one. I only have one of these, but love it. I did find a lot of these online, lovies, with the elastic bands. Yes, you put over it. Very interesting with all the sort of metal in here. I will do something with this someday. And they are also with the 3 flaps. So maybe you have this one in your office, in the attic, in the basement, or your auntie or uncle. Another sort of simple file folders. I did look at all the brands on them. This is actually Gretchen's folder. Again, a 3-flap file folder. I have so many of these, so that's why I thought they were sort of common. They are not. Now this is the brand for the Gretchen folder, Quantore, I don't know, with an ISBN number if you want to look it up. And I also have this one with this piece in the middle. Yes. I don't know how I'm going to use it. And this was from Atlanta. So, but this is a Dutch brand. So yeah, that's what I have for file folders. But I'm also going to use a piece of scrapbook paper and then normal craft colored cardstock. We're going to start with the one with the scrapbook paper. So we are starting with a piece of scrapbook paper. This is a 12 by 12, yeah? A 12 by 12 in inches. Okay, it is a little bit too big. I need to take off a strip of 3¼ inch. Yeah, my paper trimmer is absolute rubbish. So what I am doing, I am marking here. There. Yes. And let's see, can I maybe perhaps mark it there? So it will be 9¼ Yeah, so I have a point on the bottom and on the top. Why? Because my paper trimmer is rubbish. This line isn't straight. So if I butt it up against here, the marks really don't match up. So I need to sort of maneuver it. This is just my paper trimmer, lovies. Your paper trimmer, probably a very good one. Okay. I'm taking off a strip of 3¼ inch. Yes. So we are left with 8¾ let's just see. Yes, 8 3/4 by 12. Now, we need to do some scoring. Yes? Where's my score tool? I am going to score at 4. From top to bottom, just all the way, all the way. Yes, and 4 3/4. And then we're left with 4. The 3/4 is the spine. I'm going to make a 3/4 spine in here. This flap is 4 inches and this flap is 4 inches. So what we did was, this is 6, so we made this 4. This is a little over an inch. We made it 3/4 of an inch. So now we did this. Yes. Okay. We need to make this pocket here on the bottom. Now you need to decide how high you want your journal to be. I think a 4 by 7 would work very well. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to score at 7. There you go. This is actually going to flap up, but as you can see, it is way too big, way too big. Now, decide how high you want your sort of pocket here to be. I'm thinking 3 inches. So I'm going to mark it at 10 here, because this is 7, and then at 10. Am I in frame? Hopefully I am. Now, luckily, this will probably fit. Hopefully, oh, please fit. Please fit. Does it? Yes, it does. So I can cut this off. There you go. Okay, let me show you where we scored it. Guys, I made a boo-boo on this side, so I just flipped it over. I just flipped it over. It's okay. It's okay. I'm going to show you where I scored it, right? Yes, I'm going to put you a little bit closer. This is the spine, the 3/4 inch spine, and then this is the flap that is going to go up. Now, hopefully you've all seen the video where I made Gubther's journal, right? I'm going to do it a little bit different this time. Yeah, because why not? Why not? I'm going to take out my scoreboard again. I'm going to flap it up the other side around. Yes, so the shorter side, yes, the flappy that we're going to flap up is butt up against here. I'm just going to line it up somewhere. I've lined it up with 5. I need to make another score at a quarter before 5, so 4 3/4, up until the score line here, and on the other side, which would be at 6. So I've scored a 1/4 of an inch on each side. Yes, I'm also going to do that on the ends. On the ends here, I'm going to score at 1/4. Up until this line here. Yeah, and also on the other side. A 1/4. Yeah? Why? I'm going to show you. I want to make gussets. There's already one big gusset here, and the other one I needed to score and fold. I did that after the fact, but why not do it just, straight away. Okay, now we need to make some cuts. Yes, I'm going to make a cut here from this point until this point. Let me show you. Yes, I have a score here. This is the spine, and this is the 1/4 inch that we made. So I'm going to cut here, and I'm going to cut here, just the spine. So I'm going to take the piece of the spine out, yeah, and I'm going to cut here. And I'm going to cut here these 2 pieces, this piece and this piece. So we're cutting here. I'm just going to mark it with my pencil. Well, that's not a pencil, so it will never come off again. Here and here. Does it make any sense? Well, let me show you. Guys, you can use your scissors for this. I'm just taking out my ruler, especially because I want to cut in between these lines. Now, hopefully you can see. Probably can't, but we marked it, yes. So I'm going to cut here. Yeah. Then I'm going to take out the spine bit. So the lines, the scores in the middle, not the outer scores, the inner scores, please. Thank you. And another inner score. Yes, so hopefully, yep, we can take this out. This is 3/4 of an inch. And then I'm just gonna make a cut here of 3/4 of an inch. And on the other side. You can do this with scissors, lovelies, really you can. No problem at all. No problem at all. Okay, this is going to be the pocket. So we can fold these up like so. See, I marked it here, but that's okay. It's the other side. Fold this up and we have gussets here now. So we can fold these in. There you go. The other side as well. Now what I like to do with these, because this is probably not cut straight, is take the corners off. And I'm just going to take out some scissors for this. I'm just taking a piece of this corner off. See, like the tiniest bit. There. There. You can also do it like so, love. That's way easier. Way easier, believe me. Yeah, and also on the tops. This is just in case you have not cut the line straight and the pieces will peek out. And now they won't. See? Yep. Made the boo-boo. That's okay. Now we have the 2 pockets on the bottom. Yeah? But we also need these 2 pockets. Well, I'm going to make this from a piece that we cut off, which is the 3 1/4 piece by 12. So take out this piece that we cut off. Now this journal is 7 inches tall. Was it 7? Did we make it 4 by 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 inches tall, but you know, maybe you have different sizes, whatever you want. I do not want the flap to go from top to bottom. What I am going to do, I am going to leave 1 inch on the top and 1 inch on the bottom. Yes, have it sort of float a little bit, same as here. So what I actually need is a piece of 5 inches, but I need 2. Guess what? This is 12, so we have enough. We have enough. So I'm taking off 5 here. I made my own 5 mark here. 5 here. I really like this color, so I'm taking off a bit from the other side and 5 from the other side. So now we have 2 pieces that are 5 by 3 1/4. Yeah? Okay, scoreboard again. Let's see. We're gonna start with this piece. If we look at Gubther's journal, you can see that the flap is actually half the size of the whole cover. So, and we know the cover is 4 inches. I'm trying to sort of explain, guys, why I do the measuring. So the flap itself here needs to be 2 inches. So I am going to score at 2 inches. 2 inches, yeah. In Gubther, we made a cute little spine of 1/4 inch. Now, this journal is smaller. You could try to make it smaller. I wouldn't recommend it. So I am also going to make a 1/4 inch spine. Yeah. So 2, 2 1/4, and then we are left with 1 inch. We are left with 1 inch. Okay. Now I'm just going to fold it. I'm going to fold it here. And I'm going to fold it here. So we actually made a spine. Yeah. If you want to, you can round these corners. I did round the corners on my journal. Now this is just going to be the hinge. So what I want to do is just glue it on. I am going to mark where the 1 inch is. Because I want them to be at equal heights. 1 inch here. 1 inch there. We actually need to make 2, of course. Okay, so it's simple, guys. This is the simple part. Well, it's not really simple, but you know. I'm taking out art. Art! Why am I taking out art? Well, art is so jealous. I haven't used him in like almost a week now, so I really need to clean out the nip, tip, spout, whatever you want to call it. So I'm taking out Bart. Hi Bart, how's you going? Oh, Bart's happy. And also with Bart, you have a little bit more wiggle room, yeah? Okay, now this gluing down needs to be a little bit precise. I want this end, yeah, to meet up with the journal, and I marked it at the top. So I'm going to put this at the mark here. Yes, and then this all the way to the edge, to the end. So the hinge is going to be on the inside. I like Bart for this because you can sort of wiggle it about a little bit. Yeah? Okay, it's lined up. Press it down. This is upside down, but that's okay. There you go. See this? There you go. We're going to do the same on the other side. Yes. Scoring at 2. That's the flap. We're scoring at 2 1/4. Because that's the spine thingy. And then this is the hinge. Once you know this principle, guys, you can make this from any kind of paper. The nice thing about the 12 by 12 is that you can make it from 1 piece of paper. You don't need 2 pieces. Yes, I marked it. Again, I'm gonna put the glue on. There you go. Lining the top up with the mark that we made and the rest with the line of the paper. Yes. There you go. Yeah. Let's glue these down. Let's just glue these down. Actually, guys, I think these are a little bit too tall. It's just, you know, my opinion. These are 3 inches and I'd like to have them 2 inches. What are you gonna do? Will this work? It will. I'm just gonna take off 1 inch. So I'm gonna put them in here. Will that work? Oh, why are you doing everything so difficult, love? Just take out your ruler and a knife. Yeah, that would have worked easily. Lining it up with 1 inch. But I'm doing this because, you know, why do things easy if you can do it difficult? That is actually a saying in the Netherlands. And I have to take off these snippies again, but that's okay. Yes. If you want to have gusset or thumb holes in here, make them now, guys, before you glue it down. Here's one. The other one. There you go. Yep. And then the other side. Also inking. Inking would be nice to do this before you glue it down. But this is just the base. Hey, Bart, what's up with this? Well, that's something that's different. Because Bart needs a little bit longer to dry, you need to hold it down for a little bit longer. That is like a positive thing and a negative thing. Depends on. See? Now we also need to fold this in, of course. There you go, here and here. Yeah? Et voila. Here's your journal. Flap it open, flappy here, pocket here, flappy here, pocket here. From a piece of 12 by 12. And we have this strip and this one, I don't even remember. We have a couple of pieces left that you can maybe sort of utilize in the rest of your journal if you are making one. Yeah? Okay. Let's make one from a file folder. So I'm using just a plain manila folder. I guess this is just a plain manila folder, yeah? I'm going to give you measurements, guys. This is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 12 and a half. This is way too big. By, I'm going to do it over here, 9 and a half. 12 and a half by 9 and a half. Now, the length of this is actually the same. So I'm going to keep this length. You don't need to have this length, guys. Okay, now, if we open it up, it has like an edge here that I really don't like. So I'm going to take off this edge a little bit later. And then one part has the sort of scores in them. And the other part is flat. Yes? So the part with the scores are going to be the pockets. So we actually need to take a bit off. Now, decide how high you want your pockets to be. If I'm going to look at Gubther, what was this? I believe 3.5. I don't even know. 3 inches, yes. So before I make this shorter, I'm going to mark at 3 inches. Using a pencil would be much nicer, love. Yes, I'm going to take out a pencil. Taking out a pencil. Three inches. Will this fit in my trimmer? Hopefully it will. If not, lovies, take this bit off, this bigger bit here. It doesn't fit. No, it actually doesn't. It's too big. Well, then we're gonna do the trick with the knife. Open it up first, lovies. Yes, open it up first. Otherwise, you could have cut both pieces off. Probably not in frame anymore. I'm going to line the dots up, take out my knife, and just, you know, cut this piece off. Hello? It's not difficult. It really isn't. Yes? Okay. So we now have one flap. One flap. Okay. I want to take this off because this is just in the way. I'm making a decision. I want my journal to be 1 inch span, 5. So 5 and 5 is 10 and 1 inch is 11. So I'm going to cut it at 11. I'm just going to mark it. Well, or I'm just going to utilize my map. My mat. Not your map, love. Your mat. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm going to take quite a bit off. Lost my mark again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This one is this one. Am I at all in frame? Do it any other way you want, lovies. Just, I'm making mine 11. There you go. It should be almost the same size. Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. See, I made this smaller, 1 inch on both sides. Okay, now we need to find the middle with the scoreboard. Keep this, lovies. We need this. Yes, we need this. Opening it up all the way. I'm going to score at 5. Yes, there you go. 5. We're going to make the spine 1 inch. So we're going to score at 6. 5 and 6. Yeah, this is rounded. So yeah, we need to round it. I'm sorry. There you go. Otherwise, I would get confused. Yes, 5, spine 5. Ta-da. This is going to be the pocket. We're going to do sort of the same. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to have the gussets 1/2 inch. Yeah. With the other one we did 1/4 inch. I'm going to have them 1/2 inch. Am I? Yes, yes I am. 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch here. Yes, 1/2 inch there. 1/2 inch in the beginning. And 1/2 inch at the end. So all 1/2 inches. Hoping on this sort of paper you can see way better. Yes, 1/2 inch here, 1/2 inch from the spine, and 1/2 inch here. Yeah. Now we're going to repeat the steps that we did. I'm going to cut between these 2 lines. Hopefully you can see the outer lines. I'm going to cut between the outer lines. From this point to this point. Yes. Also going to cut on the top, the 1/2 inch on the top. Yes. And on the other side. The 1/2 inch. Yes. And then we're going to take out the spine bit here. If you are cutting paper to size, make it in the size that is sort of easy to calculate for you. Yeah, like with full inches and not like 3/4 inch or what have you. Just try to make it where you can use like full inches or 1/2 inches or something like it. Yeah? Okay. Folding this in. See how quick this can go. If you make one, you can make a gazillion. Yeah, well. What we did, we just utilized the spine, the flap that was in here with the, you know, this one. If you want to, guys, if you're going to do it like this, if you want to have this pocket to have a spine, you could, because there are these marks near these folds in here. So you could make this a little bit bigger of a pocket. Yeah, I am not going to, because, you know, they are going to be big enough as it is. So now if any paper is sticking out on the top, miter these. See, I folded in and now this is sort of curling up. That's why I like to sort of take these bits off. It just makes for sort of a cleaner edge. Yeah? Alrighty then. Okay, now we have this piece to make the side flappies. So we have this flap left. Yes, that's what we took off over here. Now you could do some sort of eyeballing. Do you want the flap to be this big, or do you want to have it taller? I think this is actually a really good size. Yeah, let's see. What did Gubther do? Oh, almost the same. I'm just gonna have it like so. Yes. If this is not like tall enough for you, flip your paper this way and then make it taller. I'm not going to use this side because it has this sort of bump on here. I'm just going to use this side. How wide do we want this to be? Well, this is 5, so I'm going to go to 2.5. Still going to have a 1/4 inch spine, yes, and then a 1 inch hinge, 1 inch hinge. So 2.5, yes, 1/4 inch spine is 2 3/4, and an inch is 3 3/4. I am going to make it very easy on myself. I'm going to cut it at 4, because why not? If I can find my paper cutter. Why not? Do you want to do a sort of a trick? Yes. Because I have lots of paper left. I'm going to make it at 4.5. 4.5. I'm gonna tell you why. Because why not make the hinge into sort of a tuck spot? Why not? 4.5. Another 4.5, please. Yeah, take it from the right side. Yeah. Another 4.5. Okay. We still have a piece left. Keep all the pieces if you're doing like a file folder sort of journal. Keep all the pieces because, you know, you can make something with it. These have rounded corners. Do we mind? Yes. So I'm going to put the rounded corner on the bottom. Now, what did we decide? The flap itself is going to be 2.5. Yes, 2.5 wide. So I'm going to score at 2.5. Then we still want the spine to be a 1/4 inch. I wouldn't recommend a bigger one. If you are going to make signatures in here. If not, if it's just going to be a file folder thingy, make the spine bigger. Why don't you? Yeah. Okay, so now we have like a very big piece left. How big? Let me, like 1 3/4 inch left. That is perfectly fine by me. Yep. Yep. This is rounded. I can't help it, guys. I really need to round this then, otherwise I couldn't sleep. This is the flap on the outside. This is the flap on the inside. Now, what we could do, just glue the whole bit down. But what I'm going to do is put glue here, here, and here, and have it as a tuck spot sort of pocket thingy. Why not? Why not? We need to mark it. I'm sort of gonna eyeball the middle. No, you're not gonna eyeball the middle, love. That's not what we do around here today. No eyeballing. I am going to, because I want these flaps to be at the same height. I'm going to make a mark at 1.5. Not with this, love. Yes, 1.5 here. Also on the other side. Here. Yes. So they're at equal heights. Yeah. Okay. Glue. This bit all the way on the edge. Do a bigger strippy on the edge, guys, because it really needs to be stuck down. So it's not going to be a very deep pocket, more like a tuck spot. Yeah. So I'm again just lining it up with the mark that we made on the top. Yes, and also lining this up on the sides. I'm going to use my bone folder here to sort of position it where I want it. Yes, that's it. Press it down really good. This is barred, so it needs a little bit more drying time. Ta-da! I'm just going to do this pocket as well. Let's just do one side. Cool. I will use these at one point, yeah. Well, it's going to be a little bit of a less deep pocket because we needed to glue this over. That's okay, lovies. It's quite all right even. Yeah, good. I'm going to do the other one off camera really quick, and then then let's have a look what it looked like. As for the last one, we're using 2 pieces of craft colored cardstock. Now guys, this is A4 size. Yes, this is A4 size. I did cut it a little bit. Now A4 is different than letter. I know, but I do not know how much letter size is. So I'm just gonna cut it, yes? So A4 is 11 5/8 by 8 1/4. Already cut this at 11. Let's just do, can we take off the quarter? Do we need to? No, we don't even need to. But you can have it like 11 by 8 if you want to. The measurements are not really that important, lovies. Okay, with 11 I'm going to have 5-inch cover, 1-inch spine, 5-inch cover. Yeah, that's why I chose 11. So 5 and 6. Yeah. Now what I'm not gonna do is, you know, make the pockets from the same piece of paper. No, I'm going to make the pockets and the flaps from a separate piece of paper, another A4 sheet. Yeah, so this is actually just the journal cover. 5, 1-inch spine, 5. Yeah. Now we need to make pockets and flappies from the other piece of paper. Now this will take a little bit of measuring, but I'm going to try to walk you through it to make it sort of easy to understand for you guys. We need the bottom pockets. Now this is 5 inches. We want the pockets a little bit smaller. Yes, I'm going to make it very easy for myself again. I want the pocket to be 4 inches. That will leave a 1/2 inch here and a 1/2 inch there. So the width of the pocket is going to be 4 inches. But we also want them to have the gussets. Now I'm going to have the gussets 1/2 inch on this one. Yes, so 1/2 inch on one side, 1/2 inch on another side, which make it 5 inches in total. 1/2 inch for 1/2 inch, right? Yes. Let's just do this. I'm taking out a piece of paper. I'm scoring. I'm gonna go all the way down, lovies, because I need 2 pockets, so I'll cut them in half later. So we're going to make a 1/2 inch spine. Yes, 1/2 inch, and then the pocket themselves are going to be 4 inches, so at 4.5. Yes, and then again we're going to have another 1/2 inch. Well, it's a gusset, it's not a spine, love. So it is 1/2 inch for 1/2 inch, right? Yeah, I'm going to cut here. Hopefully it's straight. That'll be nice. There you go. Now, we can do this in 2 ways. We can make the gussets just on the sides, like we did with Gubther. So we don't have the spine here. Yes. Or we could have it with a little bit of a spine. I am not really going to do the spine, but I'm going to make another gusset on the bottom. Yes, again with 1/2 inch. Now how tall do we want the pocket to be? Let's just say 3 inches. Let's do 3 inches. Yes, so we want this. That's my coffee maker. Sorry guys, I had to pause the video because that machine makes a lot of noise. Yes, are we going to have them 3 inches? Isn't that a little bit too much? I'm going to make them, no, 3. I'm going to make them 3 inches. A 3-inch pocket. Yes, so this is going to be the height of the pocket, and we want sort of a gusset slash hinge on the bottom. Yeah, again going to make that 1/2 inch, so a 3 and 3.5 inch. Yeah, okay, going to cut it at the bottom score. Yes, we need 2 pockets. We made it 3, yeah, and 3.5 for the bottom hinge one. Again, I am cutting it. There we go. Now we need our scissors, yeah? We have a little square here and a little square here. What I want to do is miter it here and miter it from the other side. Yeah? Miter it here and from the other side. My hands are shaking. I need breakfast. Well, it's already lunchtime. Also taking off the tops. Right? Yes. Okay, I'm gonna fold it in like so, and the bottom part like so. So we made a pocket that we can have over here. You can have it a little bit floating. I think that'll look nice, lovies. Yes, have it float a little bit over here. Yeah, gonna do the other one off camera. Now let's concentrate on the side flaps. We have this piece of paper left that we can use. I'm not going to make the tuck spot thingy on this one. This is 5. I want this to be half. Yes, but maybe this is 4 or maybe this is 6. Whatever your measurement is, guys. So the flap itself is going to be 2.5. Yes. Then the spine is going to be a 1/4 inch, so it's going to be 2 3/4. And now have this any size you want, love. I'm just gonna score it at 3.5. That is about an inch, the flappy. Yeah, going to cut it, and we have more than enough paper left to make another one of these. Yeah, that means 2.5 flappy, 1/4 inch spine, about yay much of a hinge. Now, I think you know this principle by now. So, what am I gonna do? Yes, this is the cover. I'm going to glue this one on first. First this one. That is very important, lovies. Otherwise, it won't work. Yes. So I'm going to have this one on first. Like so. Again, sort of measure where you want to put it. And then you put on this one. Yeah. I'm going to have it an inch from the top. Why again your pen? Take your pencil. An inch from the top. Also on the other side, line it up with 9. Yes. I'm just gonna do one side, lovies, because I know by now you know how this works. Yeah. Taking out my glue. Now it could be that you want to have a much smaller journal without a spine, just like a fold in the middle. Then don't make spines here. Just fold it in, have it as a hinge. Yeah, you don't need to have hinges or spines, whatever you want. The nice thing about the knowledge of hinging and gussets and such, you can apply it to so many projects. I am not saying it is easy, guys. I also had to sort of train my brain for this. Yeah. Does this line up? I'm going to take off a little bit here because I do not want to have any bulk on this bottom part. Yep. Glue. 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 I'm eyeballing the center. Woo! Eyeballing it, but you could measure it, guys. Having it float a little bit from the bottom. I just like the effect. See? like so. I'm not even rounding corners on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna do the other side and then we'll check how it looks. Here they are, all three of them, different sizes. This one we made from the file folder, which is the tallest one, but the width is the same as this one. And then we made a smaller one from scrapbook paper. Yeah, guys, you can make these in any size that you want. So I gave you some measurements from the papers that I was working with, but make up your own measurements. Make up your own measurements. Just keep in mind, keep it simple for yourself. Yes, don't work with 1/8 of an inch or what have you. Try to keep it as simple as possible and have the flappy sort of the half of the page, and try to make the pocket sort of the same as the flappies. Could be a little bit taller, could be a little bit shorter. And I recommend have the pockets a little bit removed from the spine, because of when you close it up, it will get sort of in the way. It doesn't need to be half an inch. It could be like 1/8 of an inch or 1/4 inch. But make it easy on yourself. Also, try, if you want to try it out, try it from some paper that you don't really like. Yes, just try it out. Try it. Guys, that's it for today. I am sorry, this is not very fun and decorative video, but it's an informative one, and I hope you got something out of it. I really hope so, because once you get sort of the hang of how hinging and spines and gussets work, you can apply it to so many of your craft projects. That's it for today. I'll be back again tomorrow. Tomorrow's Easter. Yes. So hopefully you'll join me then. And I think I will have an Easter related project. Until then, bye guys.